Hey folks, welcome to NBC. As Krista said, my name is Christopher Farmer. I am a senior manager at Caminos Al Éxito. Unfortunately, if you came here to see Amanda Frost, well, she's just a little bit under the weather, but I'm going to do my best to fill in her very big shoes. I'm here to talk to you about an important topic, and some of you might be saying, why are we even talking about this? But one of the things that everybody, no matter who you are, no matter how young you are, how old you are in a relationship with money. So you just heard Mai talk about how some of you are going to be getting some money. How are you going to spend it? What are you going to do? And this is something that we take seriously at NBC because it's not just about your grades and it's not just about you getting your degree. That's very important, but it's also making you successful. And one of the ways to make you successful is to talk about this crazy thing called money that some folks just say is evil, right? Oh, you should avoid money. You shouldn't even talk about it. But money, is your partner, right? Through life, you depend on having money. Now, for some of you, it's an abusive partner, right? It sneaks out on the weekend, right? It does some things it doesn't tell you about. It keeps you from doing the things you want to do, right? So you don't have this great relationship with money. Think about how many times a day you think about money. And one thing I'll just encourage you right off the top is to take that relationship with money, analyze it, and then take control of it. Now, I am not a financial expert. Crypto, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, investing in Tesla, I don't know. But what I do know is if you take control of your money, you can have a happy, successful life. We won't all be millionaires. We won't all be billionaires. But if you control your money, it spreads out into other things. I'm going to talk to you about one aspect of money. And some of you might know all this already. But for those of you just starting to get to college, you might be getting some things in the mail from these things called credit card companies. And there is a variety of different types of credit cards. First, let me break it down. Some of you might be thinking you already have a credit card because you have a bank account. And actually, that's a debit card. What's the difference, you might say? Well, credit cards are given to you by a company, right? They're saying, here is some money. You can spend this money, and then you will have to pay it back to us. But if you don't pay it back quick enough, we're going to charge you a little extra money. A debit card is given to you by your bank, and yeah, you can slide it in the credit card thing, but it's only the money that you have in the bank. Credit card companies are here to make money off of you. Debit cards are here to help you be more convenient with your bank account. Credit cards also impact your credit score, and I'm going to loop back to that. Credit cards come with different interest rates. That's how they make extra money, and sometimes they actually say, hey, you want to use our credit card? You have to pay us $100 a year. Don't do that one. Don't do that one. So let's loop back to that credit score thing. What is a credit score? Why does that even matter? Now, some of you might have great credit here. Some of you might have no credit. How do you even get credit? Those are all great questions and huge topics in and of themselves. But I can tell you what a credit score is this crazy probability algorithm that is done by an independent agency that says, how worthy are you to give money? And that's important because if you ever want to buy something that costs more money than you have in the bank account, you're going to have to ask one of these people for money, right? You're going to have to ask a creditor for money. And if they see that your credit score is low, what that tells them is that you're what they call a risk. Now, that doesn't mean personally you are a risk, but it might mean that you just don't have much history with credits. And that is where credit cards come in. Now, disclaimer, before I say anything else, please don't go tell your parents that Christopher Farmer from Napa Valley College said go get a credit card. That is a personal decision, right? What I can tell you about credit cards is they are a way to start building your credit. There's a lot of other ways to build your credit. But if you get a credit card and you start using it, the best advice I have is to always pay it off. Right? How they make money off of you is if you cannot spend the minimum balance. So let's say you go out and spend $200. right? On your credit card, your Visa, you bought yourself some new shoes. Shoes are so expensive these days, but you bought yourself some shoes. You can only pay $100 off at the end of the month. That credit card company is going to come in and they're going to charge you 20% interest, and now you're going to owe them $120. They just made $20 off of you. So the best way to build your credit, to build your credit score, is to get that credit card, use it like a debit card, and if you buy $200 sneakers, you pay off those $200 at the end of the month. Credit card companies don't like that. They want to make money off of you, but if you do that consistently, you're going to have good credit. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, isn't really money management about savings? Yes, it's about putting money away for the future. So don't just rely on credit, do other things. But I'll leave this with you. If you want to save to be a millionaire, this is just my last stat before I sign off. If you save $2,700 a month for 30 years, you'll have $1 million in the bank. Some of you might be going, done. But others of us, might not be so well. And some of you might be saying, no, I want to be a billionaire. Well, add 3 zeros on the end of that, then you'll be saving for 30,000 years. So I don't have a lot of advice, but the best advice I have is to take care of your credit score. Remember, those credit card companies are out there to make money off of you, but you can use them to improve your spending power. And there's going to be a lot more of this information coming your way. This is something we take very seriously at NVC. I'm glad I had a moment to share with you, and welcome to Napa Valley College.